Mabuhay and welcome to Pinoy Quick Speak. I'm Lauren Brewer, and today we are beginning our series on pronunciation as it concerns Filipino. I know a lot of people, when they get into learning another language, they say, how do I pronounce this word? How do I pronounce that word? That's great, but learning vocabulary at the same time as learning how to pronounce the words doesn't always work that well. And in fact, I would say that you need to learn your pronunciation first. Now, I know it's tempting. Filipino uses, the English script, English alphabet for the most part, with a few add-ons here and there. But it is pronounced different, and there are a few exceptions to words that are spelled certain ways but would be pronounced a different way just because of their accent or sounds that they can't pronounce, but they use anyway because they were first a Spanish colony and then an American colony. When I say English-speaking colony for a little while. Americans had them learn English, so they use those certain letters that they can't pronounce, the sounds they can't pronounce. We're going to go into that, so don't worry. And we're going to go over the alphabet too. For the most part, it's the same. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. But there's a couple add-ons, a couple different exceptions here. One of them is enye, the N with the little squiggly line over it. Yeah, the Spanish. Enye, and it comes from Spanish. Then there's ng, which is super common in Polynesia, in Asia. It's just a sound that they have. And it's not a sound when pronounced that very many English speakers are really good at doing. So we'll go over how to pronounce that. And of course, there are a couple letter combinations that make certain sounds, just like in English, but they're very specific on what they sound. And unlike English, Filipino, for the most part, doesn't have a whole lot of variation. If it's spelt a certain way, it changes how the vowels are pronounced or anything like that. So it's going to be fun to learn all this. And there's going to be some simple exercises we're going to do. We're going to take each consonant, like C, D, F, and G, and go along with the vowels, how the vowels are pronounced, and it'll help you guys really get into your head. This is how I pronounce it. This is how I pronounce it. Now, as it comes to a typical Filipino word, it is consonant, vowel, or consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, or a couple of vowels in the middle. But every vowel is pronounced. Every consonant with a vowel is pronounced. For example, there's the word toto, which is spelled T-O-T-O-O. And they pronounce the two O's at the end. It doesn't go to like we would in English. But we're going to go over that in more detail as we continue to go in more depth into how to pronounce. But this is just the preview that I wanted to kind of give you. We're going to go over the alphabet in more detail, the new sounds for sure, some of the exceptions to certain consonants that we have in English and in Filipino that aren't pronounced the same, and a couple of unique letter combinations, I guess is the best way to put it, and the sounds that they make. And just remember, you're going to have an accent while you're beginning to do this. Don't worry, you're going to sound kind of ridiculous, but I promise you, as you go through this, it's going to get easier. It's going to get better. You're going to enjoy it more. Promise you. All right, until now.